Damn, Judgment Day is upon us. We are now in November, and I want to answer the question: did these people keep their promise to loot and steal once their food stamps got cut off? I have a number of clips to show you guys, including this one. You guys are not going to want to miss this one. He has a message to all of you people saying that you're happy that people are losing their food stamps. We also have senators speaking on the whole food stamp situation. But let's get into this clip, which is, in my opinion, very fucking embarrassing, especially as a black person. Let's go.
When you got the whole team helping, no EBT.
Did you guys just see this shit? Can we watch this again? We gonna watch this one more time.
When you got the whole team helping, no EBT.
Open the door. So you got to.
What the fuck? Like, first and foremost, for transparency, right? There are some people saying that this isn't real, and I'm praying to God that this is not real. This is embarrassing on a level that I didn't even know was fucking possible. You got your kids out there stealing. You got your baby out there stealing. The man stealing. The woman stealing. Like, what the fuck? Oh, we are never beating them allegations, I swear. Just videos like this set black people back. My goodness. But anyway, we not done. We got more clips. We is not done. Let's go.
Okay, so I'm like 10 minutes, 30 minutes maybe from my house. And I'm going to show y'all, if y'all don't get y'all EBT, what to do. Y'all think because for some reason that they watching y'all. They not watching y'all. They don't care. White people is not paying attention to y'all. I'm in the white neighborhood at their HEB, and I'm gonna walk out with my groceries. Easy peasy. Nobody's looking at me. Nobody's paying attention to me. I got my basket full of stuff, and I'm gonna just walk out. I'm gonna show y'all, but give me a minute. I gotta get some trash bags. Okay, y'all. This is everything I got, and this is the exit door. And as y'all can see, is not any of my people. And it's white people, they're not paying attention. Camera, yeah, but oh well. I got my stuff. So if they're taking y'all EBT, just go to the white neighborhood and get a basket full of groceries. Just like I did. Easy peasy. Oh, that's cute. And look. Ah! And look, nobody's chasing me. See, nobody's chasing me. I'm putting my stuff up like I paid for it.
So much wrong in this video. Fuck. Fuck, man. God damn. This is so fucking embarrassing. Lady, you are the reason why we cannot live in a high trust society. What the fuck? And the crazy thing is, right, it's one thing to be stealing and committing crime. It's a whole nother thing to record yourself while you do it. Like, you're literally on the internet, barefaced, showing everyone that you're a fucking criminal. Oh. This is both embarrassing and fucking stupid at the same time. And then we wonder why they don't want us in their neighborhoods, why they don't want us in their stores. I wouldn't want you motherfuckers in my stores or my neighborhoods either if you act like this. Jesus Christ. We not done. We gonna continue.
Hey, so look, I'm gonna teach y'all a thing or two, right? Whenever you come to Walmart and you got just a little bit of stuff, not a lot of stuff, this is what you do. You go in here You walk this motherfucker, you don't worry about her, them, him, or them. All you worry about basically is just pushing through. Y'all be worried about security and shit. Look, it goes 1, 2, 3. You just keep it pushing. That's the way. All you gotta do is, look, I don't know where the hell is he going. Why you running? All you gotta do is fill in the basket and walk out. And hopefully they hit you, that way you get paid for it. But they didn't. But that's how you go into Walmart and get a free basket. Security won't touch you. You just gotta watch out for LP. Hey, for everybody watching, go get you some free shit. That's a cheat code. All you gotta do is be able to fill up your basket and walk out with it. The rest is history.
My man made a whole tutorial on how to steal. Fuck. Oh my God, these people are going to hell. My God. Yo, the one thing I can say about him, at least he was smart enough not to show his fucking face on camera. But he's still a piece of shit nonetheless. And yeah, like I said, stuff like this is the reason why these people don't trust people who are on food stamps get such a... And he sound Hispanic, right? He's not black. He's not one of ours. You know, so, you know, Hispanics, y'all take care of that. But no, but still though, it's just embarrassing, regardless of the race. Still trash, low-class behavior. These people trust you enough to let you walk into this store, grab your stuff, like, and then, right, when people start following people around and start policing shit, you guys don't complain and claim police brutality, harassment, all kind of shit. But you guys make videos like this. What do you expect these people to do? Just let you walk out with their money? People are insane. Anyway, we not done. Let's go. We got more.
Nothing beats a Jet2 holiday. And right now, you can save £50 per person. That's £200 off for a family of 4. We've got millions
I can't
of
take
free
this.
Shelf Place holidays available. With 22 kilograms of baggage included.
Oh my God.
But now, with Jet2 holidays. Package holidays you can trust. International protected.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Yo, what? Listen to me, right? Oh my God. I am not fat shaming. You know, I feel like I say that at least once a video, but I really don't be fat shaming. But you guys cannot. If you are fat and out of shape, you should not be a security guard. No, you shouldn't. Security guards, you guys need higher standards, because he couldn't catch her. He tried. He couldn't catch her. Listen, no disrespect, right? Because I understand big people got to work too, and I love y'all. I really do. But maybe a security guard isn't y'all thing, you know. And if you are going to be security guards, you got to be security guards at some place where theft isn't an option or, you know, a regular occurrence. You know, because look, that man tried his hardest to catch that woman, and she outran him. And she wasn't just running regular. She had weight. She was pushing a fucking cart. She outran him with a cart full of stuff in it, and he still couldn't catch her. Now, of course, she's a piece of shit for stealing. I'm not justifying her stealing. All I'm saying is, security guards, security companies, you need higher standards, because this isn't cutting it. He couldn't catch her. He was tired. He ran for like a second and a half. It was like, this shit, she got it. The fastest woman I've seen in my life. But anyway, we not done. Let's go. We got more to get through.
I love it when people steal in Ocala. It's my favorite thing in the world. Why abandon it? Just take it. If you're gonna go that far, just take it. They just walked out with this. Yeah.
yo, we got old criminals, we got young criminals. You can tell these two, this they first rodeo. They didn't know what they was doing. They probably seen Homeboy video and tried to walk out, and then when the guy confronted them, they got scared and they ran off. But I'm confident that if these two would have ran the way the woman in the last clip would have ran, they would have got away. You can hear the security guard was saying, "Go ahead, take it." He was literally telling them to take it. They should have went for it and ran. I mean, listen, right? I don't condone committing crime, but if you go commit that motherfucker, commit to it. Go all the way through with that motherfucker. But anyway, so we have this set it up speaking on food stamps, and you know, from the looks of him, right, you guys can already assume what he's going to say, right? But let's listen to him anyway.
Over the last 20 years, and we are just dumping $100 billion a year into a program that we all know is being so woefully corrupted and exploited. And people are selling their benefits. People are using them to get their nails done, to get their weaves and their hair. I mean, this is a really ugly program. It's weird to me to hear Josh Hawley screaming that we have to protect this, and that we're not talking about why is it so ridiculously expensive and exploited, and what can we do to make it better.
I just provided my colleagues another one of my charts yesterday that showed from the inception in the 70s until President Obama, we would fluctuate somewhere between 6 and 10% of Americans on food stamps, right? Then Obama came in, dramatically increased eligibility. Now it's between 10 and 15%. Right now you have 42 million Americans, 12.3% of our population on food stamps. That is not a metric of success. It's a metric of failure. And no, I mean, that program needs to be dramatically reformed. We are making way too many Americans dependent on government. That's what Obamacare did with the Medicaid expansion, which is really pushing out disabled children from care because of, you know, people, because they get paid more, would prefer providing medical services to single, able-bodied, working-age childless adults. I mean, it's sick. I mean, the damage Democrats do with their supposedly well-intentioned programs, but completely poorly designed programs, is incalculable.
Yeah, I don't think they're even well-intentioned. I think it's all just a game to get as many people on them as you can, because then you've got a very reliant base of voters. If they need that program, if they need that money, they're always going to vote for you. So it's just a game of how many can we get on there, and that's why the moment you start talking about doing it responsibly, they freak out, because that's going to be cutting people off of it. I mean, that's the worst thing for their product.
I can't argue with you. No, the Democrats are all about growing government, which means making more Americans dependent on government. Yep. That's not the way to improve our society and really improve those people's lives.
All right, you guys heard that. Let me know what you guys think about what he said in the comments. Is more people being on food stamps a negative or positive? I want to know what you guys think. But to respond to what he said about the weaves and stuff like that, you know, that was a shot at black women and black people. You know, it was. But if I'm being honest, he is not lying. You know, I see people arguing this video in the comments. He isn't lying. I personally know people who sold their food stamps to get money. I know it. I've seen it. So he is not lying about that. He isn't. But anyway, let's continue, right? So, right, we have this woman who's complaining about food stamps. Now, the reason why I put this video behind this one is just to go to show that it's not all black people complaining about food stamps with their hair and their nails done. You know, we have white people doing this shit too. The reason why I'm saying this is because there's a narrative that's going around that it's only black people doing this and making these videos. Now, I will admit there is a lot of black people doing this shit, but there's also white people doing this as well. So to all you racist motherfuckers trying to make it seem like and paint the picture that it's only black people doing this shit, let's watch this video.
I am a food stamp recipient, and I hope everybody knows that after this government shutdown and when all the food stamps come back,
and you see the tattoo, like the Satan, what the fuck?
Back, I can't wait to make a haul to make all of the maggots angry, okay? Because I am going to be buying candy and junk and soda and all the things, $200 worth. I don't even care, because screw you. Screw you for thinking that we shouldn't get good things in life, that we shouldn't even have food stamps because of the people who abuse it. Okay, like, it's funny because of the fact that we don't have food stamps for November, and I'm completely fine. I have so much meat in my deep freeze. I have so much food in the food pantry. I have so much food that me and my kids are going to be fine. But it's literally just the principle. The principle that you don't even care about kids starving. So, yeah. Have the day you deserve.
Yo, like, I ain't gonna lie, I was trying to listen to what she said, but I kept getting distracted by that eye. But anyway, no, like I said, I'm not mad, and I don't want nobody to watch this video and to think that I want people to lose their benefits. You know, you have people out there who feel like kids shouldn't get snacks and cookies and sodas and stuff like that. They shouldn't get any treats because they're on food stamps. I strongly disagree. I feel like everybody deserves those things. You know, just because you're poor and on food stamps, that doesn't mean you don't deserve to, you know, to get treated. You know, I just, you know, but feel free to disagree with me in the comments. That is fine. But anyway, we have another clip, right? This is the shit. Clips like this are the reason why people are calling for food stamps to be, the whole program to be abolished. Let's watch it.
I'm in the club with all my bitches. This shit overly loaded. All these rats on me, I can't even hold them. Sheesh. Look at that motherfucker. Look at that motherfucker.
Not a healthy thing in sight.
Loaded. 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 Load. Loaded. 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 Not too much on the meat, y'all. We couldn't get much meat because the refrigerator all the motherfucking packed. So what the fuck more can we do? But we're gonna have to go back and get some more shit because we still ain't loaded.
Man, now see, the problem with black people, right, is that we like to fucking brag too much. And videos like this and people like her and our tendency to always fucking brag is the reason why the majority of the people think it's just us on this program. The white people who do this shit, for the most part, in my opinion, right, they stay low key. They don't make these kind of videos. Right, but black people, we got a showboat, we got a boast. We want everybody to know that we got this shit. You know, we got to tell everybody, look, yo, look what I got. Look, I did this. And now you drawing attention to yourself. Now, and right, I can understand the people who have to spend their own money for food, and you know, you have to spend your own money for food that you get from a job where you bust your ass every fucking day, and then you look over and you see someone who probably isn't fucking working with a fucking grocery cart full of shit, maybe 2 or 3 grocery carts full of shit, and you're like, yo, I'm bust my ass for all these hours and I got this little bit ass shit to show for it. Meanwhile, these motherfuckers don't do nothing to get all this money from the government and they can eat like fucking kings. I get it. I totally understand. You know, when you say it out loud like that, I understand why you guys are envious, why you guys are angry. I totally get it. But right, as someone who don't get food stamps either, I want to remind you guys that, listen, when things like this happen, like government shutdowns and shit like that, you still can feed yourself. You still have money in your pockets, okay? These people who depend on these programs, they are fucked. You understand? Now, once again, I am not celebrating the fact that anybody could potentially lose their food stamps. I'm just being honest about the situation, okay? All of you people who depend on these programs solely, you guys, in my opinion, are lazy and you're stupid because, right, when you depend on somebody else, in this case the government, to give you something at any given time, they can take it away from you. Don't you think that it will be in your best interest and in the best interest of your children to set up something on the side? Let me get my own little income going. Let me do this just in case. Still get your food stamps. Still be loaded. Whatever you want to do. Right? But you don't want to work and make a little bit of something. Have a little stash just in case. That's all I'd be saying to y'all people. But anyway, let's continue. We're not done. We still got a lot more clips. You know, we have 4 more clips. Matter of fact, 3 more. My apologies. Let's go.
So we walking in Walmart. My kids, they can get whatever they want. This is how it's looking right now, and we not even halfway done, y'all. I found these cute little things for their snack time. I think they'll like these. That Maui, wowie. All right, John, you got 2. Robbie, get 1 more. All right, come on, let's go. 2 boxes of pea. Let get it. Let go. Let get it. Let go. They gonna try these little cute things in their lunch. If you get it, I'm gonna make you eat it. Get it. Come on. Come on. Put it in the bucket. Y'all knew I was not leaving here without my credit. Bye. We checking out. Cart 2. So we walking in Walmart.
Anyway, that was the clip. Like I mean, everything I just said applies to this clip, right? You know, we have yet another black person who has to brag. We have to let everybody know we got the shit. You know, I mean, I already just explained and broke all that down. But like I said, once again, the people who don't get food stamps who are going to be potentially mad at this, just remember that once these programs get cut or once their funding get cut at any given moment, you can still feed yourself. These people might not be able to. And videos like this don't bother me. I personally don't mind, right? I'm of the mind, I don't mind my tax dollars feeding people like this. I don't, right? I don't care. Like when I see children and videos like this getting their snacks and, you know, they're happy. It don't bother me, you know. It just doesn't. You know, I know some people, it bothers them to see poor people get anything. And those people, you guys are pieces of shit in my opinion. But anyway, let's continue.
You're just fucking bitter. You're fucking bitter. You out here telling everybody that gets food stamps to go get a job and, oh, your job don't pay enough to get a... Bitch, if you don't qualify for food stamps and you're upset that you work your ass off and you still can't afford groceries, why don't you get a better job then? Why don't you go back to school and get a better job, bitch? If you had a better job, you wouldn't be complaining that your refrigerator is fucking empty and you work so hard. You guys be missing the point, and you guys are so fucking nasty and selfish. And a lot of y'all that talk shit anyway are fucking ugly. So now you're ugly, nasty, selfish, and stupid.
I ain't gonna lie. Aside from the name calling, right? I agree with her. You know, I do. I agree. You know, I agree completely. For all you guys who are so angry with the people who are on food stamps, complaining that you can't feed yourself, well, do better. You know, but that's where the envy comes from, right? You get, like I said, you see these people, some of them don't work or barely work, and they have a cart full while you bust your ass, you know, and you could barely feed yourself. Like the woman said in the video, do better, get a better job. I'm not mad at it. I agree, you know, but most people don't want to do that. Most people rather criticize and call for the people who are eating better than them while doing less for them to come down. You know, a lot of people have that jealousy in them. It's just envy, in my opinion. I think they're jealous, and like I said, for good reason. I can see why they're jealous. It's not like I can't see them. I can see why they're jealous, but that's the truth. Motherfuckers are jealous. But anyway, let's continue. We got two more clips to go.
Hi, it's me. I don't know who needs to hear this, but if you're celebrating 40 million people losing their food assistance, you're a fucking piece of shit. That's it.
Real quick, straight to the point. You know, I agree. I totally agree. Like I said, I would rather my tax dollars go to funding food stamps and feeding poor people, even if there are people abusing the program. I don't care. You know, and there's so much other dumbass shit that our tax dollars go to, like wars and foreign countries. I don't give a fuck about them motherfuckers. At least my tax dollars will be going to feeding people in America. So I'm fine with that. That shit don't bother me. But anyway, we have this clip, right, of this man who is addressing all of you who are laughing about people losing their food stamps.
How nobody feel about it, I'm gonna say what I want, when I want to, how I want to, whenever I want to, as loud as I want to. This is my mouth, my lips, my tongue, and I'm gonna say what I want, when I want to say it. I don't give a damn how nobody feel about it. Let's talk about it, and let's cook it up, and you don't have to watch me if you don't like what I'm saying. Point blank, period. Your fake ass bougie people make me sick. Your fake ass reality stars make me sick. Your fake ass entrepreneurs make me sick. Your fake ass millionaires make me sick. Let me tell you something, baby. This is coming from a person. I never got food stamps. My mother didn't qualify for food stamps. My father didn't qualify for food stamps. Food stamps didn't benefit us when we was growing up. Now, as an adult, I make too much money. I don't qualify for food stamps, but it's not about me. Every human being that is walking this earth, until you reach the level of Oprah Winfrey, you are struggling, and you are one check away from not being able to provide for your family. And you have people who are gloating, who are happy, who are smiling, who are on social media, who are making videos, who are happy about millions of people about to lose a way to be able to feed their family. Everybody is not buying snow crab legs and selling them like your auntie. Everybody is not selling their EBT. You have some people who are really needing EBT to survive and provide for their babies and provide for their families and provide for their households and be able to feed themselves. And you have to understand this, do your research. Desperation calls for outrage. Desperation is dangerous when you have people in a place and they can't feed for their family, and they can't feed their kids, and they can't feed their household. People will do anything to survive. And you have people who look like me and you, who are brown just like me and you, gloating about people not being able to feed their family for Thanksgiving, not being able to feed their children, not being able to feed their babies. You have to understand this too. Everything is a domino effect. You have people who are working a 9 to 5 right now, right? And they can't pay for food. So what happens to the grocery stores? What happens to the small grocery stores when people can't go in there and buy food? But you have people who look like me and you gloating about that shit like it's funny. Everybody is one check away from being on their ass. Everybody is one check away from being homeless. And you have fake ass bougie people on here writing statuses about what a motherfucker need to do and what they need to have. You have people who get EBT who work a 9 to 5. You have people who get EBT who are not out here doing the wrong thing with it. Tighten up. Everybody want to be some fake ass bougie person like they don't understand the struggles of other people. But let me say this.
Hey, look, man. Everything he said was spot on. I don't really have to say anything in response to that. I agree with him wholeheartedly. I do. You know, all you people happy about people losing their benefits because you know, you can't afford to eat or you could barely eat while you work all them hours. It comes from a place of hate. You know, I think you all are pieces of shit. I really do.